Insomniac Games. They have been absolutely killing it here recently. We're talking Spider-Man. We're talking Ratchet and Clank. We're talking Spider-Man Miles Morales. And then today, out of nowhere, they drop our boy Wolverine on us, okay? They're making a standalone game for Wolverine. Yeah. Get hype. Get hype. Now, I'm going to read the description of what they're giving us. It's not a lot, but then we'll get into it. Marvel's Wolverine is a standalone game being directed by Brian Horton, who was the creative director on Miles Morales, and Cameron Christian, game director, who recently led the creative efforts on Spider-Man Miles Morales, a game we're extremely proud of. Okay, there you go. Both of them. In the vein of our Spider-Man games, our goal here is to not only represent the DNA of what makes the character so popular, but also look for opportunities to make it fresh and truly reflect the Insomniac spirit. Even though Wolverine's very early in development, from what I've seen of it, it's an emotional narrative and cutting-edge gameplay. See what they did there. The team is already creating something truly special. Joseph Redden says, "Let's go!" Favorite Marvel character. I think a lot of people are going to go insane for this. I was watching some other reactions after the fact. Same reaction every time. Everybody going. Because you see Insomniac, you're like, oh, okay, here we go. Oh, okay, Marvel. We're going to get Spider-Man 2. And then it says Wolverine, and he pops the claws out. It says Wolverine. You're like, oh, no. And it's amazing. What a great moment in the showcase. It popped every time. Every time I've watched it, it's gotten me hype. I love it so much. I highly recommend you go check out this trailer. It's very short. It's a CGI trailer, but man, it works because woo-wee. Because you get this shot of like the guy at the bar, and you're like, wait, what is this? And you see a bunch of people on the ground, and then the dude gets up with his knife, and you're like, what is this, Spider-Man? What is this? And then you see this dude, and then it cuts to this shot, and he just goes, fink, and you're like, oh, what? And then it goes, Wolverine. And I don't have a shot of a Wolverine, but in the bottom corner, that's what it showed. And everyone was just like, oh. So, yeah, Marvel's Wolverine. Man, what a good time to be alive. Man, I'm hyped for this. I'm so hyped. And I saw some interviews with the developers, and they were saying that this was one of the games that they had talked about while they were talking about Spider-Man. They were starting to develop Spider-Man, and they're like, what are some other games we could make? And Wolverine just kept coming up because, honestly, he's a great character and probably super fun to play with, who's going to be completely different than Spider-Man. And they went for it, and they're doing it, and I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. But what do y'all think? Marvel's Wolverine. 2 questions. When will we see this game? And what do you think of the trailer? Let me know. And while you're here, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to share with some friends. If you got friends that like video games, have them come hang out with us. We always have a good time, and I'm so happy to be here with y'all. But with that being said, let's move it along.